Welcome back to Frack Daddy Barbecue. On this episode, we are going to be paying tribute to the men and women who lost their lives during a act of terrorism in New York. So, what is more New York than a pastrami sandwich? That's right, pastrami sandwich. I got a corned beef that's been pickled already. We're going to smoke it and make a beautiful pastrami on rice sandwich in honor of the men and women who lost their lives during 9/11. So let's go in the kitchen and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Okay guys, so here is our corned beef. I got this bad boy on sale at a local HEB, and this corned beef is 3.71 pounds. So I'm going to cut this open, we're going to take it over the sink, and we're going to rinse it off, and then I'll show you the next step. So now that we got it out of the package, we're going to wash off any excess brine that may be left on the corned beef. That way it's not too salty. Okay guys, so here's our next step. I'm going to take this corned beef that we have right here, I'm going to put it in the Ziploc bag, and then we're going to soak it in water for about 5 to 6 hours. So this thing has 760 milligrams of salt, which I don't know how much salt that is converted into tablespoons, but it's quite a bit. And we don't want all that saltiness on our food. So if by doing it like this, you're gonna leach out some of that salt and give it a less salty taste. So we're gonna leave this in here for about 5 hours in the fridge, and then we'll change the water, and I'll tell you what we're gonna season it with. We're going to be seasoning it with coarse black pepper, coriander, and ground mustard. I'm going to be starting off with 3 tablespoons of coarse black pepper. Next, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ground coriander. Lastly, I will be adding 1 teaspoon of ground mustard. We will not be using the seasoning packet it came with. Good morning everybody. It is around 7 a.m. on September 11th. So I have my smoker outside coming up to temp to 225. So as that's coming up to temp, we're going to show you what we've done so far. So I had this soaking in water for about 5 hours. I dumped the water out, and then I just put it back in this bag. So let's take it out and let's get the seasoning in this, so we can turn this beautiful
corned beef
into some delicious pastrami. Okay, so let's pat this dry to get off any excess liquid that we have on here. And then we're gonna throw our binder on here so our rub sticks a little bit better to this meat. Okay, you see how this has a flap right here? Most people would just cut it off, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna leave it on here. This also has a fairly decent amount of fat that I don't think we need to do any trimming. This will also protect us while we're cooking, since I'm gonna cook it fat capped down. So here I have just your basic yellow mustard that I'm gonna use as a binder. Okay, so let's add the mustard onto this. Now, as y'all have all probably seen some of my videos, I have never done this before. So just a very small amount of mustard so our rub has something to stick to. I'm going to season this side, and then we'll do the same thing to the other. So, like I said, here I have my mixture. It was 3 parts pepper, 1 part coriander, and 1 teaspoon of mustard powder. Now let's go on here pretty liberally, because from what I've seen with most pastramis, they get very peppery, and that's what I like. Oh, sorry. I forgot that we have this flap right here. So let's get this seasoned up, so that way nothing goes to waste. Just do it like that, y'all. No need to shake when you can just do that. Right, Melissa?
Right.
Okay, so let's flip this over and repeat on the other side. And also, we're gonna make sure this whole thing is seasoned all 4 sides, because you don't want no unseasoned parts on this. I just want to be American. So as we come along with our cutting board to pick up the rest of the seasonings that we got on here, that way we're not wasting anything. That's a Frack Daddy tip right there, clean up your cutting board. Okay y'all, so as my pellet cooker is coming up to temp, it is right now about 190. I'm using my Daniel Boone pellet cooker, and I'm going to be smoking this pastrami with some B&B pecan pellets. I just love the flavor of the pecan. So I just wanted to let y'all know, once it comes to 225, we will put it on there. Okay, so now that my barbecue pit is up to temp, remember, we're going to put this fat cap down. So let's get this on. I'm going to put it in the center of the smoker, and let's get that done right now. Okay, so now that it's on there, we're going to let it get some beautiful smoke flavor for about 2 hours. And then after the 2 hours, I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get my thermodot so I can monitor the temperature so I know when to wrap it. So until that time comes, we'll see you then. Alright guys, so my pastrami has hit 165. So I got me a piece of paper out. I sprayed some water on it to give it a little bit of moisture. Now let's put this piece of pastrami on here. Now I'm just going to kind of wet it down to give it a little bit of moisture to steam in here so it gets nice and tender for our sandwiches. Now let's go ahead and wrap this up. Alright, now we're going to take it back out, put it on the smoker, finish cooking it until it hits 195, and then we're going to let it rest, and then we'll make us a sandwich. Okay guys, so the pastrami has hit 195. It only took us 6 hours to do this at 225, and then about 5 hours into it, I bumped it up to 275 to kind of cook it a little bit quicker, because we have a special guest coming. So I'm going to have Melissa come in close, and we're going to vent it, and I'll tell you why we're going to vent it. Okay, so as y'all can see, I have this double wrapped. Now the reason why I did that is I did not want to lose any of my juices. Now, the reason why I'm going to let this vent is so it can continue to cool, but we don't overcook it. So let's get this vented, and then we will rest it for, I don't know, a good 30 to 45 minutes. And then once our special guest shows up, we will be making pastrami sandwiches. Okay guys, so we are about to slice this up, but you know what? Our special guest has arrived. So come on in, man.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Mikey?
How are you?
Good. So tell us a little bit about you, and you're the meat man.
I am a meat man. I'm a meat eater myself. I'm Mike Fahey. I work with some veteran organizations here locally in San Antonio, and I think I've been on your show before.
Yeah,
when we did the pork butts.
Yep, the benefit cook.
Yep, and yeah, man. So Jared's telling me, he's like, "Hey, man, we're doing pastrami." I'm a big fan of pastrami, and I was like, let's check it out, man. Let's do it. So yeah, I made the drive.
So this is actually kind of for a special cause today. It's 9/11.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing this cook for in honor of all the men and women who died in this act of terrorist today. So let's cut this up, let's make us a sandwich, and let's feed this guy.
Yeah.
Slicing this.
Slice that bad boy.
Ooh, oh man.
Oh man. Look at that.
We're only going to cut us a couple slices, and then we're going to do a taste test. Grab you that piece right there, Mike.
Okay. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tastes exactly like a pastrami to me. You know,
Yep.
corned beef, you don't smoke a corned beef. So when you smoke corned beef, you get pastrami. So I'm honestly going to have to say this is my first time doing it. This is the East Coast boy.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's had quite a bit. He's probably ate his own weight in pastrami.
Over the years, yeah.
So tell us what you think of it, Mike.
It's good, man. It's not dry. It's not dry at all. That good layer of fat
Oh, yeah.
has just soaked into that meat, dude. That flavor's there.
Do you think it could be a little bit more tender?
It's
or?
not over salty. No, man. I think it's great. I mean, let's be real. It's a brisket. It's not a historically great cut of meat. You know what I mean? It's really in how you cook it, and I think you've done. You've done this thing some justice, man.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's make us a sandwich, and we'll have a final taste after this.
No.
So here we have 2 pieces of Jewish rye bread we added some yellow mustard to. Now I'm laying down some generous pieces of smoked pastrami that we're going to make this sandwich with. As you can see, I toasted one side of each piece of Jewish rye bread to give it a beautiful toastiness that made the sandwich so much better. You, Mike, but I am freaking hungry.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Let's take a bite and try this, brother.
Let's do it, dude. Man, the rye's right on. That's like the right bread for this sandwich.
That Jewish rye kicks ass.
It's so good. Toasted it nice. Got some crunch to it. Yellow mustard. It like complements corned beef because it gives a little bit of the tartness.
Acidity.
You know, it's so good, man.
Tell you what, I'm gonna have to go.
This thing's a win, dude.
I'm gonna have to go back to HEB and buy them out.
I'm telling you, this is a win.
So I also want to say this: Mikey is actually part of a podcast. I'm gonna let Mikey tell you guys about it, and I really want you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really want you guys to go check it out because it's a veteran group. Show is awesome. So whenever you're done, Mike.
Yeah,
about it.
I'm one of the hosts of the Freedom Friends podcast. You can find us at freedomfriendspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your podcast at. Also on YouTube. We just started that. We just went live with our first episode yesterday on YouTube. So
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, check us out. freedomfriendspodcast.com.
So please do me a favor. Go check him out.
Yeah.
Remember, support our military because if it wasn't for guys like him, we couldn't be sitting here doing this. And also, Melissa is starting her own channel. What's the name of your channel, babe?
Keeping it keto.
There you go,
Keeping it
guys.
keto.
She's going to have a keto group that she can be cooking. So I encourage you guys to go check it out.
This is not keto.
No.
This isn't. But also, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Remember, please like, subscribe, and if you're new to this channel, click that bell and subscribe so you know when I put out more videos. If you'd like to see Mikey in some more videos, type in the bottom Mikey Fahey or just Mikey.
Yeah.
And we'll get him on some more videos. So
Absolutely.
we appreciate you guys watching and have a great day.
Take care.